Once I build cement, people think I have more money. If money wasn't the issue, like you can spend whatever.
I think
Today I talk about the top 3 types of homes that you can build in the Philippines. Hey everyone, here goes nothing. I got a weird setup here. Just to let you know, I am in Albany. We decided to stay here for the weekend, and I still gotta make videos, so I wanted to, multitask and be as efficient as possible. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Today is Expat Wednesday, where we just go over help expats transition to the Philippines and countries like the Philippines. I lived in the Philippines for quite some time. I am Filipino American. I grew up with both cultures. I gotta try to stay as productive as possible, so I decided to make these videos so I can edit them going forward throughout the next weeks. Today, I wanted to talk about what type of house do you build in the Philippines. So pretty much today I want to discuss my opinions on the type of homes that you can build in the Philippines. The biggest bottom line common denominator, the top 2 things you need to consider when taking on this endeavor is, for me, budget and preference. So the top 3 types of houses that you can build in the Philippines are, now this is not on some Art Deco stuff, architectural, modern houses, whatever. It's just a basic top 3 forms of houses you can build, okay? From the basic to the more elaborate one, okay? 1 is NIPA homes, 2 is half body homes, and 3 is a full cement body house. Everything, as I said, is with budget and preference. If you want to live as if you are in the province or you're just into that type of stuff, a bamboo house might be for you. And some foreigners also do like hybrid types of homes. Now, budgeting, this is probably the cheapest house. Now, cheap is not a good word. This is probably the most affordable house you can build if you want this style of house. I grew up in this type of house when I was living in the Philippines. My wife grew up in this type of house when they were living in the Philippines. So this is a common house that a common Filipino that is from like usually a provincial background builds, because it's affordable, it's readily available. Bamboo is a lot cheaper than cement and things like that, and it's just a go-to thing. And to be honest with you, when I go to my ancestral house, my father's ancestral home, as well as when I go up in the hills to go visit, just to go up there, I kind of prefer living in a bamboo house for short term, because it's a lot cooler. Air goes in and out of that thing, and it's pretty cool for me. Pros on it, it is very affordable, right? Very affordable. And it depends how natural you want to go. If you want to go with not zinc roofing, if you want to go with what is that thing called? Nipaan? If you want to go nipa leaves on the roofing and things like that, looks very original. I can say that, like very to me it's very rural. So, and now this can be in many different sizes, configurations, and you can to a degree modernize it if you would like. And as I said before, many foreigners I've seen, they make a hybrid house out of it. They can do like the facing is bamboo, but the inside is very modern. So there's a lot of things that you can do with it. Now, for me, if you want to keep it original, then keep it all bamboo. If you want to modernize it, then it's not really original. It's just, as I said, a hybrid. It's just a look that people want, I guess. Budgeting goes out the window depending on what you want to put in there and how much you want to reinforce. Because I've heard of people putting, they put rebar in between. They split a bamboo, put rebar in between those bamboo, and then put it together. Which is, for me, is kind of stupid, because it's a waste. Like, I mean, I understand you want the look, but for me, I'm black and white when it comes to that. Either you build a NIPA house, or you build a cement house, or you build a half body house. NIPA house, it is very refreshing. The air goes through it. You don't really need to run air conditioning, especially if you're high in the hills. It feels really good. I sleep really good on it, especially with my back issues. 2 is the half body, which is technically, or what I see, is half of the body of the home, the structure of a home, is cement, and the other half is usually some form of wood, or amakan is what they call it, like panels and stuff like that, which is to a degree more affordable than putting up a whole cement house, but still has that cost effectiveness, I guess. People that I find doing this are in that transitioning phase of, I can't really afford a full cement house at the moment, or that's usually what they do for the meantime until they get money into building us a pure cement house. Now, I'm only saying that because I'm living with Filipinos. I'm living in the culture. I know you to a degree how they think. Most Filipinos prefer cement homes because to them, cement homes are the pinnacle of, I guess, making it in their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
When we have a nipa house before, like, you know, Baguio in the Philippines is like, you know, you have it like every year. So for you not to fix the house all the time, you'd rather have save money and get the cement house.
Okay.
Because it's very durable compared to the nipa house.
So that is a mindset of a Pinoy.
Yeah.
So
that's what it started.
So this is coming from my wife, who grew up there the majority of her life. Most Filipinos upgrade into cement house for durability. Now, what do you think about foreigners who build straight out bamboo houses?
Maybe because when they stay here in the States,
they're
used to that, or I don't know. But
why do they do it then?
I don't know. It's their idea too. Maybe they want, because honestly, when you have a nipa house, it's really like very comfortable. I mean, not what should I say? It's very like refreshing, like fresh air.
I know it's fresh air. There's a lot of air goes through it.
And you know.
But so why do you think Filipinos don't want to live in a nipa house?
For me, my what do you call that? My main reason why we have to build a
cement house
because of the durability, but maybe the American, they have money to build if it got ruined from the Baguio. They have
Americans can rebuild. Do you think some Filipinos believe once I build cement, people think I have more money?
Some people do, but
yeah, because it takes more money to build a cement house than a wood house.
You have to save. I mean, for me, it's a status also. Like, you want to upgrade your life, then go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm talking about how people act and how they. I'm like, living amongst Filipinos. If 5 people live in an area, and everybody has nipa house, and one person builds a cement house, what is a perception of the person who builds a cement house?
Well, they will think like,
you have money.
These people have money. They save money.
Okay.
They build.
So
it's really expensive though.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Over here, you can't compare, because you know, when you have 20% money down, you can get your own house. Over there, you have to
on a straight cash. Straight cash.
Straight cash. You can't.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
For me, it's what do you call that? It's kind of like discipline to yourself also, because some people, they just like, you know, like, I don't
spend their money.
Yeah, they just spend their money, and then some people save money for the house.
So what do you think about people who do half body? They're in between, but people who do half body, from living in the Philippines, it seems like people who do half body eventually move into full cement.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a.
I mean, whatever they can afford, though.
They just keep upgrading themselves. Mm-hmm. It's really up to you how you build it or whatever. But half body generally means.
For them, like, half body means that foundation for this is kind of strong enough, because I don't have enough
money to build out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the foundation for this, because earthquake over there, I remember earthquake over there, if you have with the wind, if there's a Baguio, if you have a nipa house, it's gonna go. So if you have a half body, at least the foundation is strong.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to factor and stuff like that. And the third type of house is a cement house. Ruby and I have a cement house. It's rebarred up, reinforced. We probably have to do the roofing again, because our roofing is made out of not tugas, germalina wood. It's anti-termite, and then we have zinc roofing. Those are the 3 types of houses that you can build. that in the Philippines that are presently there. And this is my perception and my point of view on why people build cement back home, especially as in a Filipino mindset. When building in cement, it takes money. So what it does is it separates the people with it and the people without it. There's certain sentiments that go with that. However, like Ruby said, it also shows discipline and consistency and persistence from one family or one person. Cement housing, yes, it's durable. Yes, you're surrounded by cement walls. Nothing like here in America, where it's like usually sheetrock and things like that. Although many people are opting to do cement outside cement, and then the interior of the home is hardy flex, which is like cement board pretty much. Coming from the Americans' point of view, they just do it because they want to do it. They have the choice to do it. Some people are doing it in container style stuff, which is to a degree aesthetically. Some people don't like it, but durability wise, structure wise, it's there already. You don't really got to put too much because it's made out of steel anyway. So that's pretty much, this is like a impromptu video anyway of the types of homes that are there. But generally speaking, it's really up to how comfortable you are and how you want to live and budgeting, because at the end of the day, as a Filipino, most Filipinos would prefer to live in a cement home. That's my position there. Me personally, I prefer a cement home. I'm super kind of cheap with everything else. My particular standard is pretty high when it comes to houses. I like, I would love to have a vacation home as a NEPA home. Yeah. But then again, I'm the type of person, take this with a grain of salt, that is always pushing myself, and I'm just not content. Right, so and that's how my father was. Our home in Siliman was a NEPA home in the middle of the city. We had pigs underneath the home. That's common in the Philippines. Just had pigs underneath. Tangkal. When my dad started to work in Saudi Arabia for the Bin Laden family, that's another story I can tell you. My father just kept breaking down and rebuilding homes. So the house that you see in Siliman Avenue, if you ever come and visit me or whatever, in the Philippines, the house in Siliman Avenue is the 4th or 5th iteration of a home, and it's always been cement, because my father was never content, and my parents were never content. NEPA homes for them is it's basic, and I don't know if I offended anybody there. Of course, we've had NEPA homes, but we only kept it as retreat homes, vacation homes, and things like that. Everything's always been cement. Me personally, I don't agree that it's just a choice. Like, okay, no, I have all the money in the world, but I just choose to make a NEPA home. I don't think that's a choice. It's because of your financial restraint. Because every time I go to the Philippines, people with NEPA, bamboo houses, some form or another, when they come into money, they usually start doing half body, and then generally speaking, they elevate themselves to full body. And that's just my point of view. On the American side, some people just like it. I don't know why. Some people just like it. I've gone into the middle of the cities, Bakong City, because it's not really city. Bakong town, the proper. There was this one American guy who actually made a full-on NEPA house, and he spent a couple of million on it. For me, it's a waste of money, but it's not my money. That's just my point of view. Like, it's gonna get termited up. There's gonna be termites up in there, and it's just gonna get ate. Construction and stuff like that. I don't know how much you're gonna varnish it or whatever. It's just not my style. I might get some hate on this video. It doesn't matter to me. That's my point of view. I grew up poor. Yeah, people used to make fun of us. Our neighbors had cement houses. We were one of the poorest people in our area. Neighbors had cement houses, and we got made fun of, especially my sisters, because they grew up there as teens in the Philippines. But those are the type of three houses, main construction types of houses that you can build in the Philippines. What do you guys prefer? That's a question of the day. What do you prefer? A NEPA home, a half-body home, or a cement home? And tell me your reasons. Why would you prefer that? Because I've always wanted to get into the mind of a foreigner who I know has the money to a degree, but doesn't build a cement house. I don't know. I just don't know. But that's the end of the video. Thank you so much. My name is Gilsar Vergara. Thank you for your time. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And I'm the type of guy. I'm very frank, and I am still diplomatic, but I am frank, and I'm going to stand to my ground or whatever. I value relationships. I value communication. So comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.